Count the cost first and see if you have enough to finish the project. I've heard this message from a preacher's sermon, and it talks about the cost of being a disciple. And then I realized, yes, it can be applied in the simple things that we do in our everyday lives. That before we devote ourselves to any project, we need to sit down first and count the costs and see if we're able to finish the project. Say for example, a simple one is I want to build a deck in my backyard for my family to enjoy during summertime. Of course, I don't start right away out of nowhere. I have to sit down and list down the things that I need. Like for example, how much will be the labor cost? How much will be the materials? How much will be, the time that I have to spare to manage or monitor the project and all that. It's better to have a good estimate and see if you are able to finish the project. We don't start right away and then in the middle of the project, we realize, oh no, I don't have enough money. Oh no, I don't have enough time. It is similar to your dream of owning your first home. Before even talking to your realtor to represent you in the buying process, you need to sit down and find out what are the costs in buying the house that you like and if you have enough budget for that. This is when a mortgage pre-approval takes place. Why getting a mortgage pre-approval important? Tip number 1, it is important to know how much loan you can get. Based on your income, existing credit, and credit score, the mortgage broker will be able to tell you how much loan you can get, the maximum loan that you can get. So this will give guidance on what you can buy. So for example, if you qualify for a maximum loan of 500,000, then most likely you can buy a 2-bedroom condominium or apartment. Tip number 2, it is very important to know your monthly mortgage payment and then eventually know your monthly house budget. If you qualify for a 500,000 loan, the mortgage payment will be approximately 2,050 based on a current 5-year fixed rate with 25 years amortization. This is the starting point for you to create the house budget. So what is it going to be? So your house budget will include monthly mortgage payment. So approximately 2,050 for a 500,000 loan. Then you have to add your strata or your condo fee. I would say I put an estimate at $300 to $350 a month. Then your property tax should be in your house budget also, approximately $150 a month. Then you can add utilities. Sometimes utilities is also included in the strata fee, but sometimes it's not. So just put a $50 budget for that. BC Hydro, I would say $100 for a condo. Some are less than that. But for a townhouse, my experience before is $150 a month on average. And then internet, cable. Let's just say put $100 on it. Then the total house budget I would have is approximately $2,800. This is the estimated house budget. See if this is something that you want to commit to or you can commit to. Or if you want to adjust from it, how much lower or how much higher. So depending on the adjustment you've made, you can also adjust the property purchase price to buy. Number 3, it is important so that you can narrow down your search for the property. You don't want to search for the whole of BC to find the property that you can afford. So knowing the budget will narrow it down. For example, if you can afford a 600,000 property, and you want a nice townhouse, so most likely you can eliminate Vancouver and Burnaby from your search. Number 4, it is important because it gives you a negotiating power. Having a mortgage pre-approval makes you look good to sellers. This is the first thing the seller and the seller's realtor will ask. if you are sending an offer to purchase the property they are selling. Of course, they prefer a buyer with the mortgage pre-approval because that's the main reason why a deal collapsed, meaning the offer did not go through because the buyer couldn't get financing approved. Of course, the seller wants to sell their home fast, so having a pre-approval saves you time and saves them time. It makes the home buying quicker and the deal most likely to complete. And I must add, it saves you from disappointment as well. That after searching and finding the home that you really love, you really like, and it is heartbreaking to see it slip away because you found out that you will not qualify for it. So those are just few tips on why getting a mortgage pre-approval is important. We highly recommend that you do it. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something from this, and remember to subscribe. We have more tips in store for you. See you again next week on Charen's Weekly Tips.